Well, did not mean to do that.
Hey, can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yep.
Awesome. How about you guys that are attendees? Awesome. Let's see here. Bear with me for one moment.
Why in the world are there only 19 people? Come on, people.
Awesome. All right, guys, we are live. I'm Ron Gilak, and I want to welcome you to tonight's webinar recap. What we're going to be going over tonight is the results of our DSD 30-day blitz. We got 3 winners. I'm super excited about that. And at the end, as soon as we announce the winners, we have some of the best training you're probably going to see in your DS domination business. And it's going to be done by our special top producing recruiter this month, Skyla. Hey, what's up, Skyla?
Cool. Sorry, my microphone was muted. Hi.
Who else do we have with us tonight? Anybody? Samantha. We got Samantha Cross.
Yes.
Kate Rome in the house.
Happy me.
Delilah, the couch queen.
Hi.
And Dave, the crazy Irishman, Prosser in the house.
Yeah, woo!
All right, so let's jump right into this. We got some cool stuff for you. Let me see here. All right, let me know when you guys can see my screen.
I can see it. Yep, can see it.
All right. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to do full screen with this thing yet, so this is what you'll get. So, all right, welcome, DSD Blitzers. Tonight, you're going to learn how a 19-year-old full-time mother of 2 sponsored 46 people in less than 30 days. Pretty excited. We trained this strategy in the very beginning of the Blitz. A select few were strong enough to make it through the end of the Blitz and get some serious results, and we're going to be going over that and showing you exactly how they did it as well. So, congratulations, Blitzers. We got a lot of winners. We got some prizes, and also I'm gonna have each one of our winners share with you what this did for their business, what their results were like, and also what would the Blitzers what would you have done differently now going through your first Blitz? Okay, so for our 3rd place winner, we have Kate Rome.
Yay.
All right, Kate. Kate produced. Kate did have a lot going on, you know, and she was still able, with all the stuff going on in her life, she was still able to bring in 4 pro members, 1 affiliate. I'm gonna give her the most coachable award here. It was really cool. Working with Kate, she had a question, we answered it, she took action, boom, results. And by doing that, she's getting duplication in her team. She's getting a lot of production in there, and she ended out the Blitz strong with 327 total points. Yeah, very impressive. What's awesome about Kate is that on days where she couldn't really work, because let's be real, life gets in the way sometimes and you can't work on your business every day. Kate still sent her point tracker to me every single night. I think maybe she missed like once. I don't even know. But miss consistency and discipline. Extremely, extremely impressed. And what you win, Kate, is Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow game. Pretty awesome. Actually,
Yay, fun.
this real quick. Let me show you this real quick. Yeah, it's right here.
Fun. That's fun.
Yeah, and I will be sending that over to you. Congratulations.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, you did awesome, Kate. And,
way to go, Kate. You're
awesome leader to your team.
Thanks,
we really appreciate you stepping it up here. All right. Okay, and in 2nd place, can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. In 2nd place, we have Samantha Cross. Samantha sponsored. Yeah. Woo! Cross came in strong, sponsoring 7 pro members, 3 affiliate, and had 2 upgrade into elite, and an additional Monopoly sale. I'm also going to give Samantha Cross the Most Coachable Award and Mindset Award. What was cool about Samantha and working with her during the Blitz is I know the two of us, I kind of relearned this lesson, and Samantha, we were able to go through this together, is, you know, we sponsored someone into the team that was kind of a, for lack of a better word, he was kind of a jerk.
Yes.
He was super rude and you know, not the best team player, and you know, we learned real quickly how to be selective and who do we want to work with, who do we want to build with. And you see, like in our team, our environment, we're a fun group of people. Everybody kind of likes each other. We're getting ready to do trips and stuff together, and it's just awesome. So I'm real proud of Samantha for learning that early in her career and just developing more posture as a leader and that mindset that it really takes to be successful in this industry. So you rock, Samantha. Again, let's give a big shout out to Samantha.
Yeah!
Awesome. All right, and now the moment that all of you have been waiting for, our first place finisher, Skyla Marie Morris. Skyla shattered the leaderboards here. Not only our team leaderboards, but the entire company leaderboards. I think you made it down to 6, the 6th top recruiter in our entire company out of over 100,000 people. Incredibly impressive. 46 personally sponsored pro members, 4 elite, 1 affiliate, and I'm going to give Skyla the Action Taker and Mindset Award. You know, Aaron and I were working real closely with her, especially Aaron, and anytime, you know, he gave her direction or I gave her direction on how to handle a situation or what to say, and, you know, where do I find this training, where do I find that resource, she took action, and I think her results really, you know, speak for themselves. She also upgraded to elite and supremacy, and get this, Skyla, I'm sure you probably beat this, but I got your point tracker last time I looked at it, 999 points.
Wow. Nice.
I bet you, I mean, you sent this to me earlier. Did you break 1,000?
I believe so. I know there was times where I forgot to add things in, so yeah, I'm sure I did.
Oh wow. Okay, so awesome. Skyla has broken for the first time of me doing these blitzes, 1,000-point barrier. Wow. And here's what you won. We didn't even tell you the best prize yet. You have won a 3-night stay at the beautiful Bahama beaches. You're going to be going on a luxury cruise in January. You're going to be leaving from Miami, Florida, and I think it's it's a Carnival cruise. You got live entertainment, great food. You're going to have a great time. And not only that, but some of us leaders are going to be coming with you on this trip.
Yay!
We're going to have a big blast, we're going to have a big team party with you to celebrate the Blitz and just our team together. Those of you that are watching, even if you didn't participate in the Blitz, even if you're brand new to the company, we're not leaving here till January, and we're going to create an opportunity for you as well that you can come along and qualify for this trip. And we'll be talking more about that in the next upcoming weeks. So Skyla, how excited are you?
I'm super excited. Are you kidding me?
Wow. Have you ever won something like this?
I have it, and you know what's best is my husband and I never got to take a honeymoon, so this will be perfect.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. So not only did you win this, but you're getting a honeymoon out of it? That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Congratulations, Skyla. Let's give it up for her one more time. Really proud of you, girl.
Thank you.
All right, so now I want to open it up to the panel. You know, so you guys that are on the webinar here, 3 questions for the panel. Let's start with Skyla. I'd like you to just kind of run through these. What did this blitz do for you and your business? What would you have done differently? And what was the biggest thing that you learned during the blitz?
Oh man. Uh, you know, I really think they always say that network marketers have this breakthrough, and I don't think I know this blitz is what I mean. It was my breakthrough. It showed me, and it proved not only to me but to everyone else, and I mean not just everyone else like you guys, but to my family really, and especially my husband, that I am taking this seriously, and I definitely do have what it takes. Um, Part of that. Oh, what am I trying to say here?
Sorry.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I don't know, my screen looked weird for a minute. Definitely for my business, it created some nice residual income, which was great. And not only have I helped myself, but I've had the honor of being able to help 46 other people change their lives and, get going. So, I'm really excited about that, and I've just been really blessed. It hasn't just helped my business, but it's helped me as a person, and it's just brought things out of me that I didn't even know I had.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you were to do this blitz again, what's one thing you would have done differently?
Oh shoot, yeah, I think I did pretty well. One thing that I would say I would have done differently probably is upgraded more. If that makes upgraded more. But then again, any eBay sales I get, I put toward my family, and all the stuff I've gotten from my commissions is going toward upgrading in the system, And just the fact that it takes 30 days is kind of what stopped me from being able to upgrade. But one thing I would have changed is kind of just have faith in the system and not worry so much. I think I had some times where I was like, I feel like I'm doing everything wrong, when really I should have just trusted in myself and trusted in my leaders more than I already did, and I think I would have seen even more, better results.
Awesome. Awesome. I think
I just wish I wouldn't have doubted myself so much.
Well, I think you've grown a lot during the blitz, and you're quickly becoming one of our emerging leaders in this team, and your results speak for themselves. So we're blessed and excited to have you part of the team.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Next, I want to ask Samantha the same questions here. So Samantha, real quick, what did this blitz result in your business? What would you have done differently, and what was the biggest thing that you learned during the blitz?
I would say what it resulted mostly in my business was the big increase of the eBay and the Amazon sales. Because one thing that I learned in my last business is when you stop producing and stop to manage your team, then that's when everything kind of falls apart. So I started to focus on recruiting, but then I went back to the eBay sales because I thought, what better way to lead than by example? So my eBay and Amazon sales are phenomenal, and the blitz has definitely increased both of those. So that's been very nice.
Wow.
I've never made this kind of money in my life, so I'm enjoying it.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
Yes. What I would have done differently, I definitely would have gotten my team more involved in the blitz, and maybe got more connected with them. I didn't really do any trainings, and I talked to some of the teammates that I had before the blitz started and kind of brought it up to them, and I guess just kind of left them to read stuff on their own in the groups without realizing that some of them work outside of the home and they missed a lot of things concerning the blitz or different things that were going on in the group. So that's what I would have done differently, is connected more with my team.
Awesome.
Big learning experience. Definitely the jerk, and having higher posture about the type of people that I want to work with. I respect the power of this business tremendously, and I don't recruit a whole lot of people, but most of the people that I do recruit stay. So I'm trying to focus more on the quality people who really do see the potential of this business. But the posture thing, in almost the 3 years of my last business, I never really learned that. I just would coach anybody that was willing to join, and they would end up quitting on me. And in hindsight, I would see, well, they were never really that committed to it. So I'm trying to hang on to that learning experience from now on.
Sam, if I can just chime in real fast, I think that's
Yeah,
one
definitely.
thing that leaders, that's kind of what separates, and I don't want to say like amateur in a bad way, but amateurs from leaders, because I learned that too. If you really want to have, I mean, it's so much more than just bringing people in. It's bringing people in who you can nurture and who's really going to listen to you and take action. There's been several times this blitz where I've turned people away and I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't work with you. And as hard as that's been because I wanted the numbers, I learned it's more quality over quantity. And I really think that that's what separates leaders from amateurs, And as hard as that is because you want the numbers, you just got to remember what is going to be easier not only on you in the long run, but what's going to be best for your team because it's not about us anymore.
Right.
That is so true.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, I mean, Samantha, the whole posturing thing, it was funny. We had a conversation during the Blitz, and I was like, I haven't sponsored anybody in a few days. And, I usually sponsor a lot more when I'm not trying. And I was like, oh, yeah, you should probably just go back to, like, not trying. And the whole not trying thing is how she's postured, meaning I really don't care.
To me.
I don't care either way whether you join the business or not. If you do, great. If not, that's cool too. I'm still going to be cool with you. And and as soon as we had that conversation afterwards, you sponsored a person like a half hour later.
Yes. And then the next day, I'm like, as long as I don't try, as long as I'm like, whatever, I don't care if you sign up or not. They just come out of nowhere. I don't even know half these people.
All right, so Samantha's secret is don't try. I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I know, I got a lot of sign-ups at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and I was like, oh, 3 people just joined my team in the middle of the night. Cool. Yay.
That's awesome.
Actually, something I said recently that somebody actually quoted me on is, if you chase people, they're never going to follow you. You'll never be a leader.
That's true.
Congratulations, Scott. I've definitely seen you evolve into a huge leader right now.
Yes.
Thank you. Caleb, I just want to say, Caleb, you have been so amazing these past 30 days. There has been times where I have came to Caleb like wanting to cry. I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? And he's been so patient with me, and he's been so dedicated to helping me, and you seriously have no idea how much that means to me. Like, if I could give you a hug right now, I would.
Thank you, Stella. That's awesome. And congratulations to the second and third place winners of this too. Very inspiring. I'm proud of everybody that took this by the horn and went for it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome, definitely. Hey, and last but definitely not least, we're gonna bring out Kate Rome. I want to hear the same awesome feedback from you as well. Number one, what did this blitz do for you in your business? What were your results like? And what would you have done differently? And third, what was the biggest thing that you learned during the blitz?
Oh, well, I'm going to start with the biggest thing that I learned. And the biggest thing that I learned during the blitz is how to follow the leader. I mean, we played that game when we were kids, follow the leader. Everybody wanted to be the leader, right? Mm-hmm. So, sometimes when you try to take things into your own hands and you try to experience it in your own way and do things, out of the realm of how we're taught, things kind of fall apart. If you follow the leader and you follow the person who is actually doing it, you're going to be successful. And I learned how to do that. When Ron or even Caleb, Ron is my direct sponsor, when he speaks, I listen. When he says this is what you need to do, I don't care what I have to do, what time of day or night it is, that's what I go do. And why? Because he's doing it. And if he's doing it and he's telling me this is what you need to do, go do it, then I'm going to be successful too. And I actually found that out during the blitz.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. So, and leading by example, I try to micromanage. I feel that when, my biggest mistake was I feel when I bring people into my team that I need to make them be successful. I learned that really the only thing I can do is lead by example, just as everybody else was saying. You have to lead by example. You can't manage and micromanage people. You can show them, what you're doing and how you're doing it, and give them the opportunity to do it themselves instead of trying to make them do that. And it'll come for them in time. They will learn to follow the leader also. And so it's the whole duplication process that finally came to mind to me, what the whole duplication process really truly is. So I think those are the things that, and being held accountable. I mean, before the Blitz, I knew that I needed to do this, 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 and this. But there were days when I would be like, you know what? I mean, I was sick for like 7 days, really bad, but I still held myself accountable to at least do half of what I had committed to do. Wow. And I think, that was so important because before the Blitz, if I was really busy or, something else came up, I would just say, well, you know what, I can go ahead and do that tomorrow. I can call that person back tomorrow. During the Blitz, no, stop right now. This person called me. They want to know about the business. I'm not going to put them off till tomorrow. Just committing to that, having to send that commitment in every single night to my leader who's trying to help me, was something that I think was a major, major asset to my business.
Wow. So I actually have two questions for you out of curiosity. So would you say by using the point tracker and being accountable not only to yourself but to someone else as well, did you develop this prospecting, this methodology? Did it turn into a habit for you?
It most definitely did. I mean, because I may have talked to 7 people that day, and it's 7 o'clock at night, and even if I was tired, I would be like, you know what, I have a goal. It doesn't matter if I sign anybody up or not, but my goal is to talk to 10 people every day. And I mean, actually, I have quite a few people kind of on the fence. I will not go to them. I showed them the opportunity. They know how to get a hold of me. I post things on my Facebook so they can see how I'm doing, and they can come to me now, because you want people in your business that have the initiative to step up to the plate and make that commitment. You don't want to drag them into your business. So,
and that's the key.
Exactly. And I think the whole accountability, the point tracker thing was just phenomenal. That's something that I probably won't stop doing for myself, keeping my own point tracker so that, every day I know this is what part of my job, this is what I do for my living, and I need to do this or I'm not going to succeed.
Yeah. Kate,
the Blitz never ends.
Me too. I'm happy to have it.
Hey, I think one thing that everyone needs to know, and it's hard to remember that, and I guess this was the biggest mistake I made trying to recruit in my other companies, is if you have to convince people to join, you're going to have to convince them to work their business too. By doing that, you're going to be micromanaging, and that's why I left direct sales, because I was tired of micromanaging people, and I'm like, you know what? I just leave it be. If someone says, well, follow up with me on whatever date, I'll follow up with them, and if they don't message me back, I'm like, okay, bye. Message me if you're ready to take this seriously. And I don't say that to them exactly, but I just let it be. I detached my emotions away from it, and I said, you know what? If people really want to do this, they're going to come to me. I gave them the information. Now, whether they decide to do something with it or not is up to them, because to me, time is money in this industry, and I'm not going to give someone my time if they're not going to take it and actually do something with it. And so I think every recruiter and every network marketer who chooses to be team leaders like we are needs to make the decision on who they're going to spend their time with, because that's essentially who they're spending their money. I mean, like I said, money's time. You want to spend your time with people who are going to show results and who are going to actually take action.
Right. Yeah, you're exactly right. Time is money. Time's very important. So, and I followed Ron's lead. He had a conversation with me one day for about 20 minutes, and I just pretty much took in everything he said. And one thing that I do specifically remember him saying to me, because I was having a really hard time with this: detach. Do what you're supposed to do. Lead by example. You go out and do it, then your recruits can follow you. If they choose not to, that's okay. That's their choice. But as long as you're doing it and they have someone to follow and look up to and do what you're doing and you're leading them to the information, that's what we need to do. And I find that when you let go and you do that, then your recruits begin to actually follow and do what you're doing because you've done what your sponsor has taught you to do and your leader. So it's just like detaching and letting go and letting it flow.
Yeah, that's powerful, Kate. That's
Mm-hmm.
powerful. Man, you guys, all three of you ladies have just grown tremendously. It's like night and day from the beginning and end of this blitz now. I'm so impressed and proud and blessed just to be working with you guys. You guys rock. Thank you.
Well, we have awesome leaders. I mean, look at you guys. So
Look at you, Ron.
Yes,
You're the
I
one who
agree.
even brought this whole idea out here. You're a true leader, bro.
For
definitely.
Sure.
Mhm.
And
I
I think
appreciate you. Yep.
I think I see three.
You and Aaron.
What's that?
I said I couldn't have done it without you and Aaron. Aaron was the one teaching me how to recruit, and you were the one keeping my butt in track, man.
That's exactly right. I mean, and there's Caleb. Caleb is so fantastic. I mean, when he posts something, I'm reading it. I don't care what I'm doing. If Caleb is posting something, I'm reading it.
And passing it along to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. All right, let's jump back into this. Thank you guys so much for your feedback and sharing that with us. Okay, so you answered those questions. And next, what do we have for us here? Bear with me here. First time using this platform. Hey, Dave, is there anything you want to say? No, I think
I was
Dave's
muted out there. Yeah, I mean, I really just want to say that every one of you gals kicked frickin' ass. It's like girl power all over the place in here tonight. And, I'm blown away by watching you. You're doing exactly what I did. When I started DS Domination, I mean, my first month, I recruited a bunch of people, I think over 100, and I kind of just did a massive push, and that's what a blitz is designed to do. It's designed to start you off with a massive, massive push and build your teams fast. And if you can do that, then, comes a time where you can actually you can relax a little bit and watch your teams grow and help your team when they need them. But, I think, Ron, you'll pitch in there with me, but a blitz is designed to really give that initial push when someone comes into a business and build that team as quick as you can.
right.
And girls, you blown me away, you just have, I'm speechless.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Well said, Dave.
You're doing exactly what you should be doing.
Normally,
you're
they're done.
with people every day. You're bringing people into your business. You're getting the right mindset. And you got to have that attitude that who gives a shit if someone joins or not, because there's an abundance of people out there. You can't be hanging on chasing people around the place. You're the prize, and I can see that attitude developing in every single person.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is, don't worry. If they want to sign up, they sign up. You talk to them. I give them a couple minutes and tell them what it's about, and, you move on to the next one.
Right. Right. Okay. Can you guys see the PowerPoint again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yep.
It's,
Sorry, I sat on my mouse and it kicked me out of the webinar. I was like, oh snap.
All right, so we have our do-it-yourself Facebook formula. We got our own formal name now, and this is, Facebook recruiting is something that me and Aaron have been doing for years. I know Dave's been doing it for years as well. So he's kind of fine-tuned and really honed this process down to a science, and I think two of his best success stories are, the Couch Queen Delilah and Skyla. Delilah and Skyla, they rhyme. But Aaron is kind of brought this to the team, and let's just talk about him for a second. He can't be with us here tonight at the moment. I think he's tied up, but Darren is the #1 recruiter in our entire team, in our Facebook group. He's the top dog. Numerous times he has been in the top 10 for the entire company in personal recruits. Not only that, Aaron is an industry recruiting trainer now. He's doing webinars with Delilah and other people, teaching people how to do Facebook recruiting, and they're charging money for it, and he's bringing it to you guys and our team for free, for no cost to you. This is one of the most coveted and necessary skills you need in any kind of network marketing, direct sales, or business like DS domination. You just, if you want to build a residual, you gotta have this skill set. So, excuse me. And he's just one of the best MLM leaders, period. I've known Aaron for years and worked with him, and every time I was on an incentive trip, Aaron was right there with me, and anytime we were doing a national expansion team meeting or getting higher level coaching, he was right by me too, and we didn't really know each other at the time either. It's kind of funny. But Aaron is creating leaders and trainers in our team, and tonight you're going to be hearing some cool stuff from our one and only Skyla. Warning, she is one of our emerging leaders. She's in the house, and she's going to be breaking down the DIY formula. I'm not going to have her give away the entire puzzle today because we have trained on this before. It's in our DSD team training site. You can find that in the Facebook group at the very top in the pinned post. You want to make sure that you get on there, register, watch the trainings back there. We have all the tools that you need to succeed, whether it's drop shipping, whether it's affiliate marketing. We got it. It's there. And these three ladies tonight, they simply implemented. They were here at the beginning of the Blitz. They watched. They saw the training. They implemented, and look at the results they have. So, Skyla, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, first of all, I want to say this is kind of like my first time teaching people how to do this, so bear with me. Ron said he would help me if I need help, and Delilah, you too. I know, you do this on like a weekly basis, like 5 times a week. So
yeah, well, Aaron and I have the formula that we run together for people that aren't in DSD. So yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that, well, one thing you got to remember, and people keep asking me, how are you recruiting so many people? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just following what Aaron told me to do. I'm not doing anything special. And I think it's so easy to recruit people into DS domination because this is such a passive company. Like it's such an easy thing to do. I mean, it really is. It's so easy. It's one of the easier companies out there in this industry. And you don't have to recruit people to make money. You don't have to. You can make more money on eBay than you can recruiting, and the only difference is it's residual, and one's residual and one's semi-residual depending on what items you have. So the first thing I want to make known, and the one thing Aaron definitely wanted me to make known, is one thing you have to remember is if you want to recruit people, you need to be talking to people. You can't, and what I always say to my team, especially when it comes to eBay listings, the more hooks you have in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. So unless you're talking to people, you're not going to be recruiting that many people into your business, and that's huge. I made it a point to talk to, or at least try to talk to at least 50, 60 new people a day during this Blitz, there were times where I couldn't, obviously I have 2 kids. They do keep me busy. Things come up. My husband was sick for almost 2 weeks and was out of work. So that was really hard because I was trying to take care of him and my kids and the blitz. And so, I mean, I was being pulled in all different directions. But that's just one thing that I want you to remember. I mean, whether you're doing the affiliate side or the eBay side or both, the more hooks you have in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. That's key. So the more people you talk to, the more people you're going to recruit. I'm just going to screen share here real fast. Okay, this group right here, 5K friends and 30 days.
We're still looking at Ron's screen.
Oh, let me...
That's weird. We good?
There you go.
Good now?
Okay.
Are you showing Facebook?
Yes.
Okay, we see you.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So this group right here, 5K Friends in 30 Days, is one group everyone who is an affiliate should be in. They also have a 5K Friends in 30 Days ladies only group. I'm not sure if you guys, the panelists, knew about that, but
it's mine.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. Well, okay. So those 2 groups are groups you should be in. Obviously, if you're a dude, I'm sorry, you can't be in the ladies only one, but that's okay. This group right here has helped me grow my business so much. You have these viral posts, and as you can see, everyone goes on these posts, and there's a lot of TSU right now. But the Facebook ones, just put a simple add me, just like this, right there, good to go, and then add people. One thing Aaron showed me too was every time you follow someone, they'll get a notification, and then you're supposed to do the whole add me thing afterwards, and then they get a notification for that too. But that's one way to add friends. And the other thing too is in the file section, there's these awesome viral posts that you can click. And each one of these are a viral post on Aaron's Facebook page, and there's a ton of them. And that's another way to get friends too. One thing I want to clarify, it seems like everyone's like, oh, I need to fill up my 5K slot as fast as I can, get 5K friends as fast as I can. I don't care who it is, whatever. But one thing I want to stress to you guys, and this is what I always make sure to do, it kind of goes back to the whole quality versus quantity thing. You want to make sure you're adding people who kind of prove themselves to you. Like, if they have a whole bunch of malarkey and a whole bunch of nothing on their profile, I don't add them. If they've got a weird name, I mean, I don't want to, sound mean or whatever, but I don't add them either because chances are they're kind of iffy, whatever. I mean, I get people are from all over the world. I understand that, but me and my business, I kind of limit who I do work with just for, just to kind of make it easier on me and my team. Also, I don't add people if they don't have a profile picture, or a good one, I should say. Like if it's just a random picture of something weird like this, I'm probably not gonna add this dude. In fact, I'm not gonna add him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of picky with who I add, hence why I have a bazillion friend requests because I still have to go through all of them. But what I do is I go through and I check them out. I want to get to know who they are as a person in a way before I add them. If they have posts of value or if they have good posts, I'll add them. If this girl had just post after post after post of all the different businesses she's in, and if they just kind of seem off, those off businesses, I don't really want to say names because I don't want to hurt feelings if whatever. But I can tell this person is a real person. And that's key. I mean, you want to make sure you're talking to real people. You want to make sure the people you're adding is real people. Again, it just goes back to quality versus quantity. So I'm going to confirm her request. I've actually talked to her before, so I'm going to kind of show you a different way to talk to people because I have talked to her. Another way I used to get friends is I go into work from home groups. And this is actually one of my favorite groups. But you see how it says 30,000 members, 278, oh my gosh, 2,578 new. I'm going to click the new. And what I like to do is I like to welcome people to the group. So I'll say something like, hey, Bethany, and I always call people by their name. Yeah, I do it that way. It's kind of a psychological thing for me. I'm going to say, welcome to the group. So happy to have you. I am a network, or, you know, I don't even know if I spelled that right.
Hey, watch Skyla sponsor somebody while we're doing this.
Oh. Okay, so I said, hey Bethany, welcome to the group. So happy to have you. I'm an entrepreneur as well. I love connecting with other people. Feel free to. Okay, one thing, and I'm going to stop screen sharing here for a minute. One thing I want to say, how you present yourself to other people, I mean, first impressions is everything. You want to present yourself off well. I recently just learned this, and it totally made a lot of sense to me, and I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. But there's a huge difference in calling yourself a network marketer and an entrepreneur. And I think I'm saying that right. Network marketers, obviously there's nothing wrong with them. I'm a network marketer technically, but I like to consider myself an entrepreneur because I feel like I'm at that point now where I have like the businesswoman mindset where I own my business versus my business owning me. And I feel when I say I'm an entrepreneur, like I come off more professional versus where I say, oh, I'm a network marketer. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like I'm working for someone else rather than working for myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
I feel like entrepreneurs, they're the ones that own the businesses. They're the ones that, you know, they're not the CEO, or, well, I guess, is there a difference between being the CEO and being the owner, or are they the same thing?
I think it's the same thing.
They're the same thing, but when you're a network marketer, you don't technically own your business. That's how I see it. When you work for, like, let's say Ameriplan or Mary Kay, you got to follow their rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. And that wasn't that you that posted that earlier?
Yes.
The whole, oh my gosh.
Because somebody told me, oh, I can't do that. My company won't let me. And I said, your company won't let you sell stuff on eBay? How dumb is that?
Right? I was like, oh my gosh, finally, someone said it. And I think that's what kind of sets entrepreneurs apart from network marketers is we look at ourselves and we look at our business as in we own our business. No one can tell us what we can and can't do versus we're network marketers. I mean, if you look at a direct sales contract, the whole thing is what you can and cannot do. And that's another reason why I left, because I want to be able to have freedom in my business. If I wanted to work for someone else, I would work a 9-to-5 job. I'm not trying to bash direct sales whatsoever. It's just what I've learned from being in DSD, and I think that's why I'm having so much more success now, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm my own boss. I don't have to have the stress of having sales quotas or trying to remember what I can and cannot say or dealing with compliance issues. I mean, DSD is practically like, as long as you don't try to copy our material and resell it, do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So that's just something I think, you know, you just got to think of how you want to come off to other people. If I said you know, my name's Skyland, I'm an entrepreneur, it's going to come off a lot differently than if I said I'm a network marketer, because there's a lot of network marketers out there.
Well, also the way I think of it is network marketers, a lot of times their business, for them to make money, they're required to do the recruiting, which we don't have to do.
Yeah, and that's yeah. But so back to the work from home thing, but yeah, I do that, and typically if it's not super late at night, they tend to add me as a friend pretty fast. And you got to think, there's probably not a lot of people welcoming them to the group, so it kind of sets you apart from people. I've learned that you can go to people and you can go to their profile and you can message them and say, hey, I'm in group XYZ. I see you're part of that group too. I'd love to get to know you. Do you want to add me as a friend? I'm not saying that's bad. I just know from my experience, when people do that to me, it kind of makes me feel like I'm being stalked. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I don't like to do that. I'm sure they get a ton of messages like that every day. I kind of want them to decide on whether they or not they want to add me as a friend versus me kind of being like, hey, you know, boom in your face. I don't know. Whatever works for you. I'm just personally saying, you know, what I like to and don't like to do. But Delilah knows this, and whoever else has had Erin's training, one thing you want to remember is the 3 C's: connect, communicate, and close. And that really is the foundation on all of this. You want to connect with the person, and by connecting with them, you're going to message them after you add them as a friend, and you're going to say, you know, hey, thanks for the connection. I love talking with other network marketers or other entrepreneurs, you know, whatever you want to say. I always ask people how they're doing. It may put some people off, it may not. You know, I genuinely want to know, hey, how are you doing? You know, and then I say, I'm an eBay drop shipper. What do you do? I personally don't say, you know, I'm with DS Domination, not because I don't want people to not because I'm ashamed of it or anything, but because I want to be able to give people an idea of the company first. Because there's a lot of stuff on Google, people tend to form their own assumptions, and I really don't want to start off talking about business. I just want to say, hey, this is what I do. You know, what do you do? And so I just get to know them. I talk to them. I say, you know, what do you do? Who are you with? How long have you been with them? And I genuinely want to get to know who they are and get a feel of who they are, and not only that, but get a feel of, would they be a good fit for my team? I don't personally want to bring toxic people into my team, and that's why I said before, it's hard to do at first, but as a leader, you need to learn to say no to people. You really do. If people come to me and they're like, hey, I want to join DSD, but I don't know, I'm going to look around, and then I see them say, oh, I just started this business and this business and this business and this business and this business, and then they come to me and say, hey, I want to join DSD. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm sorry. If you really want to do it, find another coach. I personally don't feel comfortable working with you. You're just so scattered. I feel like if you try to do the business, you would fail at it because you're not able to focus. And I've had some people get mad at me for that. I've had some people say, you know what, you're right. Feedback is kind of different, so it really depends. So honestly, when you go and when you talk to these people, and you want to remember that all this training is in the back office. Delilah, Erin, and myself, I'm sure we're going to be getting together and putting more training back there. But you just want to genuinely connect with people. Don't come off fake. Don't come off salesy or pitchy. Really get to know people. Not just for yourself, but psychologically, what it does is they don't have a lot of people who really just wants to get to know who they are and how they're doing. I alone get probably between 5 to 10 sales pitches a day, and I look at it, and if I see a link anywhere, I'm just like, okay, bye, next. I'm not even going to talk to you. So if you put yourself, and if you come across differently, you're going to have a much more different response. Honestly, what I've learned is people are tired of having to recruit. People are tired of having to meet sales quotas. They're just tired of having to be so stressed out and tired of having to micromanage. And so when I come in, superhero, and I say, here is something easy that you can do on the side that won't interfere with your business. You don't have to worry about parties. You don't have to worry about, conventions or events. They're like, well, tell me about it. And I'm like, oh, here it is. Do what you want with it. One thing that I recommend, if you have not read the book Go Pro by Eric, do it. That completely changed my business.
Skyla, one thing I'm picking up here on what you said is if you notice, you're postured, and you're right. Sometimes it does turn people off, right? That they're like, oh, how would you say that to me? But you're really not saying anything rude. You're simply being a leader, and you're posturing yourself. Most network marketers, most people in direct sales or whatever, the experience that they have are people used to chasing, begging, and bugging, right? To get them to join the business. Instead, Skyla's like, yeah, I got it going on over here. If you want some of this, then it's here. And if not, I'm going to keep building my business anyway. Like, do you see how much more powerful it is? It's I don't need you, you need me.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if any of you know who Amber Voigt is, but she's a Black status presenter with Unique. She's amazing. And I actually, before I started recruiting with DS Domination, I was talking to her. And when she told me that you need to kind of, and I don't want to say arrogant in a bad way, but she said you need to be picky with your business and you need to make it seem like you're doing them a favor by having them join your team. I was like,
right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And now, I show dominance. I'm like, you know what? Either you're all in or you're all out. If you're not in, you're out, and I'm not going to deal with it, And I think by asserting my dominance, the people who really want to succeed will do it, and the people who don't run away like a scared dog with their tail between their legs. And I'm like, see ya, there was a million other people out there. Bye.
Hey, Skyla, yeah, you and I did a webinar together.
We did.
We did. And, oh, geez, how long ago was that? A month and a half, maybe 2 months. There is such a huge difference between you now and between you then. Because there really was, because that was like the first one that you had ever been part of the hosting or whatever. And you were like scared. You're like, can I say this? Can I say that? I'm like, yes. But you really have a whole different stance now.
Thank you.
You and I was going around. We're like, okay, what do you feel comfortable with saying that you can believe yourself in? And we went through this for like a week trying to set up just for the webinar because you were so nervous about making somebody angry or somebody not believing you or and the posture that you have now has completely changed than what it was then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what really broke it for me. What I tell people when everyone asks me, how did you do this? They're like, what changed for you? And honestly, 100% I can say it was my mindset. I'm not doing anything special because when I first joined DSD, a couple weeks into it, I decided to be an affiliate, and Aaron showed me this training before, and I tried. I got a couple people, and it just wasn't happening for me. And literally the minute I changed my mindset, and I'm like, you know what? Instead of being right here where everyone else is, I'm going to put myself right here, and I'm not trying to come off arrogant. I'm not trying to come off like I'm better than anybody, but it's just a difference in mindset. Instead of saying, please join my business and begging and stuff like that, I'm like, you know what? Do whatever you want. I'm going to be here whether you're here or not. I remember, and looking back, and now it makes me so sick to my stomach, and it really makes me sad when I see people do it. When I was in all my other direct sales company, I would literally beg people to join my company. I would say, if you sign up, I will reimburse you for your kit, or I'll send you this free item, I'll send you this free item. And looking back, I'm just like, ew, how did I used to do that? But real fast, Jeff, I do see your question. Jeff said, hey, Skyla, I had a question. You said you tried to speak to 60 people every day. Was all of them new people or new and old? And I'm kind of scared of the whole Facebook jail thing. Any thoughts or ideas would be great. Really appreciated. Okay, 60 new people a day. I really, because there's a difference. Like I said, if you're not talking to new people, you're not introducing new people into your business. Yes, I would talk to old people too, but I would make it a point to try to talk to between 50 and 60 new people a day, because that's fresh eyes on my opportunity. Even if they say no, they're still my friend and they're still going to follow my progress. I cannot tell you how many messages I have gotten just within like this past week or two saying, hey, so I've thought about it. I've been watching you. I've been seeing your progress. So can you, I know I said no before, but can you tell me more about it? And I'd like to take a look. And I'm just looking around. I was like, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. So make it a point to try to talk to as many new people as you can a day. And as far as the whole Facebook jail goes, I don't message these people all at once. I message anywhere between 15 to 20 at once, and then I wait a couple hours, and then I message more, and then I message more. I pretty much work around the clock. During this whole blitz, I was maybe getting 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
Wow.
It drove my husband insane.
You went hardcore.
Yeah, like if anything, I love my husband. He's been such an amazing person through all of this and such an amazing man. But if anything were to break our marriage, it would have been this blitz. And yeah, it's been really hard. And there was times where I was like, baby, I know I'm driving you up the wall. I know I'm not where I should be. I know I put the cleaning aside and the cooking aside and the kids. But just know that it is for a better cause, and at the end of this, it's going to be worth it. And when I found out that What?
Honeymoon. Is that not
exactly.
worth it?
Yeah, and that's what I told him. And he's like, Skyla, you know what? And he's like, it took him almost 3 years to finally believe in me. And I know that might sound bad, but when he's seen me fail and fail and fail and fail over and over again, and all of a sudden this 1 month where I've had my breakthrough and I have literally topped the charts, number 6 on the leaderboard, gotten this cruise to the Bahamas, made the money I've made, he finally looks at me and he's finally like, wow. And I think if I've taken home anything, if anything has meant the most from me from this whole experience, it's not the money. It's not, I love having all these new people and I love being able to help them, but it was finally having the approval of my husband and my family.
Wow.
That's what means the most to me, because there would be times where I felt like he didn't believe in me, and for you to feel like your other half doesn't believe in you, that's hard. That is a hard pill to swallow, and I would just bawl. I would stay up in the middle of the night and I would just cry because we would fight about it and fight and fight. And he said, you know what, if you want to do this, you're going to have to leave because you're neglecting your family. And as a mom, to hear that I'm neglecting my family, and as a wife, that is hard to hear. But I know in the end it's going to be worth it. I know that, as a mom, I want to do what's best for my family. I want to be there for my family, but I know if I'm not making the money that I need to make to help support my family along with what my husband is making, I'm not there. I may be there physically, but I'm not there mentally, because mentally I'm worrying about bills. I'm worrying about how am I going to buy diapers. I'm worrying about where our future is going to be. Whereas now I'm getting to the point where I've pushed so hard, I know I'm going to have at least $700, $800, $900 residual income every month. Our truck just broke down. We don't have a vehicle right now, and you know what? I know now I have the money where I can be like, boom, there's a down payment for a new car.
Yes.
Wow.
Whereas before, my husband was like, hey, can you help out this month? I'm like, I don't have any money. I'm sorry, I can't. Whereas now I can be like, you know what, babe, I got it. I got this down payment, and I have at least 2 or 3 months of our car payment.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, you can pay that car off.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing, too. I'm just like, oh, man, I've just been so blessed. And like I said, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And, George, I see you ask, can you explain your follow-up process? First of all, I do want to say, and I did learn this from Eric from the book Go Pro, never just throw your link out there. Before I give anyone my link, I always ask them, and well, it depends on the situation. When I ask people, if they would be open into looking into this opportunity that doesn't pose the challenges that people have in their current company, and they can add it without it interfering, before I give them my link, I ask them 3 times. There, write this. I don't want you to forget this. Write this down. If I would you. If I would you. If I sent you my link to a video, or if I sent you a video, would you watch it? If I would you. I always lead with that. And if they say yes, great. Still don't send them your link. I then say, great, what would be a good time for you to watch it? And if they say, well, I'm busy right now, but I can watch it around 7 p.m., awesome. Still don't send them your link. You still want one more confirmation. And so I'm like, great. So if I followed up with you at 7:30, would you have watched it by then? And if they say yes, I'm like, awesome. Well, here's my link, and I will talk to you at 7:30. Or if they say I'll watch it Monday night at 12, I'll be like, great. If I were to follow up with you at 1:30, would you have watched it by then? If they say yes, the fortune is in the follow-up. Make sure you follow up with these people, because let me tell you something. If someone says they're going to follow up with me and they don't, whether it's in network marketing or whether it's with Dish or whether it's with Verizon or whether it's with whoever, if they don't follow up with me, they're not getting my business, because that tells me that they're not serious about it. So the fortune is in the follow-up. If you say that you're going to message them at 12:30, you better be there at 11:50 or at 11. What would that be? 12:29. Sorry. Getting ready to message them, because at 12:30, that message better be in their inbox. And another thing is, you don't want to ask them what they thought about the video. You want to say, what did you like best? If you say, hey, what did you think about the video, that leaves room for negativity. If you say, what did you like best about the video, then all they have to answer with that is something positive, And all of this, and I don't know, Ron, does Aaron have his scripts on the team training site?
Yeah. There's a ridiculous amount of scripts and
Yes.
questions and that you can ask, and for any kind of person in any situation. You literally have no excuse not to talk to anybody on Facebook and have success.
Yeah. And honestly, when Aaron first showed me those scripts, I was like, I cannot ask people these questions. When I ask people, like, are they happy with the money they make, stuff like that, I'm like, that is some serious stuff. And what I finally realized by asking these questions to people, I realized it's much more than just asking questions. It really gets to them psychologically. It makes them reflect onto their business and where they are. When we first start out in our ventures in network marketing, we subconsciously or even, tell ourselves, okay, I want to be here in this amount of time. And I feel like most of us, the majority of us, fail to reflect on where we are in our business.
Yes.
And so when someone like me comes along and says, how are you doing? Or, why did you get involved in this industry in the first place? It makes them think, wow, why did I get involved in this industry in the first place? Am I where I want to be? What struggles am I having? And so you got to think, like I said, I was really uncomfortable asking these questions at first. I was like, people are going to be offended. They're going to be mad at me. And now I'm to the point where I'm like, you know what? There's a reason we ask these questions, and it's a whole psychological thing. And if they can't answer these questions, it's usually because they're not where they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So just know that there's a system in place. Don't reinvent the wheel. Follow the system, and you will have success. I mean, like I said, I think in my life, with Unique was one of the businesses I was with, and I think I maybe sponsored like 5 people, and I was with them for almost a year. That's it. And I know DSD is easier to recruit, and it's easier to recruit people into. But like I said, it's just a total difference of mindset. If you put yourself up here instead of down here where everyone else is, you're going to have so much more results. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm blowing myself away. I'm just like, I seriously can't believe I've sponsored 46 people into my company this month. I mean, that just blows me away. I mean, that made me believe in myself when I was to the point of doubting myself and wanting to quit. So it can be done. I'm no one special. I'm 19. I've got 2 kids. I've got so much going on, and I really, and I can't say the only reason why I've succeeded, but the main reason why I have succeeded in this blitz and why I've brought in so many people is because I follow the system. It won't fail you.
I'm not sure who Ron is talking to.
Me neither.
I thought you were like on the phone or something.
Technologically impaired. And I'm an internet marketer. Anyway, totally awesome. And with the blitz, I was talking to Aaron earlier today. It's just produced so much growth in our team. I think we added, at least 200 people in a month in our team. And for those of you that don't know this, by doing this process team-wide, let me tell you some higher level stuff that has happened. One of the owners, Kevin Hokwana, has reached out to me and said, "Dude, what are you guys doing? You just added like 20 people yesterday." And I told him about the blitz, and he wants this to be trained in the entire company. Why? Because it works. Because we're having success doing this. And where is it coming from? It's coming from our team. So the more that you guys are able to implement this and get it going, the more we're kind of the leaders in the forefront in this company and for this strategy to have massive duplication. A lot of companies experience attrition and people leaving the organization because people can't earn money. They can't get results. The statistics are that over 80% of the people in our team, in the Fearless Dominators, are earning an income. Over 80%. Is that nuts or what?
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, nuts.
I just want to say one thing that I have really learned just in almost 3 years of doing this. George, I see your post where you said, your spouse is feeling that way. I think one thing we need to remember is that doing what we do is, sorry, my family just walked in. Doing what we do is really hard on our spouses. It's see?
And he just confirmed it.
Yeah, it's really hard, and
Another guest trainer.
Yep.
it's really hard, and I think I was to the point where I wanted it so bad, and I knew I could do it so bad that I tend to forget about my husband. And so it's important that you make it known to your spouse that they're still #1 priority in your life, and you need to make them feel special. Shut off the computer. Take time to be with them. Take time to love them. George, go home. Shut off your computer. Shut off your phone. Get in bed with your wife and go cuddle with her, and I guarantee you she's not going to feel that way if you do that every night. Just make her feel special. Make her feel like she's still #1 priority in your life.
It's important to have balance. It's great to do the blitz and everything, but you have to make sure you come back to balance because, the real professionals in this industry, they're regimenting out their time. They're making sure they even get their physical workout time in, and they're approaching it like a pro, And so you gotta square out your business time. Maybe this is what you do full time. Give yourself a 9-to-5 schedule, Yeah,
and I'm still struggling with that. I'm still like, okay, I need to figure out my schedule. I literally spent like all day cleaning today because I've just been so into it. And that wasn't fun.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
So I think on some of the upcoming webinars, because our team is just having so much results. We got tons of people in our team who are full-time already. Skyla's going to be there very shortly. I think we're going to start training you on how to have more duplication, more retention, and of course this Facebook strategy. And I don't care who you are, it works. If you're Steve Urkel and you want to talk to Barack Obama, you're going to be able to recruit him doing this. So
we need mindset training too. That's huge. I mean, you can know all you want, but if you don't have the right mindset, then you're not going anywhere. And I'm a product of that, One thing I do want to let you know is I know, okay, we're here on the panel board, don't be afraid to reach out to us. I get so many people that are like, hey, I know you're busy and I'm sorry. Stop apologizing for reaching out for us. Stop apologizing, for having to ask for help. You know what I did? I reached out to Roger and I said, hey, Roger, you know what? I know you're busy, but I would love to talk with you. And if you could just take 10 minutes out to talk with me, I would really appreciate it. You know what he did? He messaged me a couple hours later and was like, what's your phone number? I would love to chat with you. Don't be afraid to reach out to people higher up than you. They're still people. We're not famous. We're not anyone important. We're still people. We're here to help you. She even agrees.
Well said.
Amen.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're going to start doing is doing more, in addition to recruiting stuff, is mindset stuff, and how do you make the transition from this being a part-time business that you do in the morning at lunch breaks and when you get home before you're too tired to go to sleep. How do you transition from there and then turning this into a full-time business with a daily plan of action, a daily routine? So we're going to be trying to take some of you guys, hopefully as many as we can, with us to the positions that we've arrived in our business. And the cool part is that everyone here on the panel, most of us have been in the industry before, and we learned a lot of this stuff the hard way. So, I'm thankful for guys that have taught me, my mentors, and my coaching, because it cuts off my learning curve. And now I'm blessed in the position that I have to do what I want when I want with my time. That being said, I'm still addicted to building this and helping people, so I'm excited. And I want to thank Skyla, Samantha, Kate, Lila, Caleb, Dave Prosser, Aaron Hubbard, everybody else that participated in the Blitz. Some honorable mentions of Taylor Wade. I think she came forth. Melissa Reynolds, a lot of other producers as well, and we really appreciate you guys and everything. Delilah, Caleb, or Kate, Samantha, any of you guys want to say anything else before we close this out tonight?
I'll just once again just say thank you to everybody that took part and for everything that you do. And it's just everybody's in the process here of becoming leaders and helping people become leaders by leading by example, and that's what I see. And everybody's taking the business much more seriously now that we've implemented this Blitz and we're teaching people how to take this business seriously. And I'm just very proud of all you guys. So congratulations. You deserve what you've earned.
Thank you.
And the one thing that I would like to tell everybody is, remember, of all things, this is still DSD. So take care of your eBay site too.
Yeah.
Go make your money.
eBay.
Affiliates.
That's
Seriously, I want to see everybody at convention. My team, if you're watching this, if your butt is not a convention, you're going to pay for it, so you better be there. Even if I have to help pay for you to get there, you better be there, because convention is key. You need to get plugged in. I don't care if you say you don't have the money. You find a way to make the money, and you need to be there because, yeah, see, she says you need to be there too. You better be there, right? Every single person on my team, I better see you in Vegas.
That's awesome, Skylar.
You can't disappoint a face like that.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this.
That's awesome. Anybody else?
I have a small confession here to make.
Don't do it.
So I had actually been watching Ron before I ever joined DSD. Somehow I came across his website, and I learned so much from him, and he didn't know me, and I didn't know him at that time. But I just was like, who is this guy? He's just putting all this stuff out here for free for us to learn. Yeah. So, I watched every one of his videos on his website, every one of his, all of his stuff on Craigslist, and which is what I'm implementing as far as recruiting goes, is the whole Craigslist thing, and it's just, to me, it's fantastic, and it's so easy. I have 10 people every single day to talk to, 15 people to get back to. I just, you just don't have time to do it all, but, his trainings, he doesn't even know that I was watching him months before I ever even joined DSD, and he's why I actually did. So
I recommend subscribe to Ron Gellick's YouTube channel because he's one of the best video marketers that I know, and he's got some of the best mindset training out there. I just watched one of his videos earlier today that just kind of blew me away. It's from a few years ago. He's a bit younger looking, but oh man, you were money even then, man. I know what you've grown into now. You know, you've always been good.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
You're awesome. You really are. You've really kind of put my butt in line with that phone call the other day. I was like, you're right. This is why I fail in every other business.
Hey, hello to Skyla's husband. You're the man. You're the man.
yeah.
Thank you for your patience and letting her, you know.
Hey, it's all worth it.
Rockstar.
Bahamas. How about you guys?
Oh,
You get to go to the Bahamas now.
Oh yeah, that's what's up.
And you guys, this right here, my husband, my 2 kids, myself, you really want to remember what is important to you and why you're doing this. This is why I started in the first place. I want to retire my husband. I want my
That's
kids.
what I want too. I want to be retired. You know what I mean?
It'll happen quicker than you think.
I
Oh,
promised
okay.
my husband,
Mama.
I told him, I said, Ryan, I know you've been putting up with so much crap for me, but as soon as I can, I'm going to buy you a brand new truck to make up for it. So I got a lot of work to do. But just remember, when you get off of this webcast, go hug your wife, go hug your husband, go hug your kids, and just remember why you started in the first place. Whether it's to quit your job, whether it's to provide better for your family, provide better for yourself, whatever.
Fuck, I love my job, but who wants to be retired? Me. Anybody wants to be retired.
Yes.
I think we just get so caught up with things that we, like I said, we just forget why we started. And I encourage everyone to make a dream board. And as you go, start marking things off and putting new things on. And you just got to keep yourself going and keep reminding yourself why you're doing this. It really keeps you going.
Our minds are very powerful to take us where we want to go. Now, if you don't ever have vision, you're going to keep stumbling around and not ever ending up like in the now that you want to be in. But if you can have a vision and you take consistent steps on a daily basis, you're going to manifest the reality that you wish, that you desire. So keep that up, Skyla. I see you doing that.
And you guys are just incredible. And can you guys see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Ron,
Yeah.
you're going to be on that cruise with us, right?
Oh yeah, I'm coming for sure. But you guys are all incredible. I wanna thank every one of you for being on tonight's webinar and sharing the tremendous value that you did to the team. Hopefully I recorded this right so we can share it with everybody. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for being here. Be sure to check out the dsdteamtrainingcenter.com. That's our team training site where you can get all this Blitz info. You can get all the training on Facebook and everything that we did here. And that's what you want to do to your team. Instead of, taking bajillion hours to train them and teach them, use the resources that we have. Be a professional. Just point, guide, and direct. So again, guys, thank you so much for being on this team webinar and rocking with us through our 30-day Blitz. We do have some other exciting stuff coming up for us here in the team. A chance for some of you guys to come with us on that cruise, and future Blitz plans coming in January. January 1st, we're going to be launching another Blitz. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys are going to be participating and rocking with us then. Thank you guys, and good night.
Thank you, Ryan.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Night.
Night.
Bye-bye.